Hi, this is the Chop Sock Out Taco! Gah! And I'm chopping bad martial art movies everywhere! Number 3 is The Forbidden Kingdom.
The staff doesn't belong to you. You have to give to me, or somebody might get hurt.
This is the movie that all martial art fans have been waiting for. Jet Li and Jackie Chan fighting each other. It's an epic battle. It's amazing that he can grab that metal bar with his feet. This choreography is great. Yuen Woo-ping is a master choreographer. Jet Li is the Shaolin monk. Jackie Chan is the drunken master. They both want to train an American teenager because he's the only one who can free the Monkey King. The Monkey King comes from ancient Chinese mythology, the book Journey to the West. This is my number 3 choice because this movie is an homage to martial art movies, but it lacks some morals. What's cool about this movie is that Jackie Chan is reprising his role as the drunken master from the movie that made him famous, The Drunken Master. This is a great homage because Jet Li is reprising his role as the Shaolin monk from the movie that made him famous, The Shaolin Temple. My second favorite is the 36th Chamber of Shaolin. This is my number 2 pick because the message in the movie is if you have a problem, to go out and do something about it instead of complaining. In the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, Manchu invaders wreck a defenseless village. The protagonist is a wounded and desperate student who seeks refuge at the secret monastery at Shaolin. Fueled by revenge, he undertakes a grueling program of martial arts training that hones his strength, agility, and endurance in order to defeat his enemies. 36 Chambers has incredible choreography. What makes this even more impressive is that it was made in the 70s before they had special effects. Every action you see is the real thing. No wires, no stunt doubles, no camera tricks. Gordon Liu is the best martial arts star. I think he's even better than Bruce Lee.
Santo, how many times did I touch?
17.
If we really had been fighting, then you would be dead.
Bruce Lee only studied martial arts for a few years, but Gordon Liu studied martial arts for 20 years of his life.
I shall practice more.
But he continues practicing martial arts to this very day.
Chief Abbott, I think Santo can never hope to match Liu Ye.
Maybe.
Gordon Liu wants to train the Hans in this movie to defend themselves so they can defeat the evil Manchus. In 1644, the Ming Dynasty was in trouble because Chinese rebels were descending upon the Ming capital. The Ming Emperor made a deal with northern barbarians from Manchuria to deal with the Chinese rebels. But the deal went south and the Manchus took over the country and became the head people. The Manchus were prejudiced of original Chinese and called them Han. The Manchus did defeat the Chinese rebels, but instead of honoring their deal and going back to Manchuria, they stayed in China, took over China, and became prejudiced of original Chinese. What you're seeing now is the invention of the 3-section staff. In the next scene, he's going to use the 3-section staff against an opponent with the butterfly knives. But the 3-section staff is clearly the superior weapon.
What weapon is he using?
Some fighting sticks he made himself.
I'm gonna be quiet so you can enjoy this fight scene. Shh. Gordon Liu plays a Han in this movie. At the very beginning, he's very weak.
Good. That's not bad. Come on.
Teacher, you all right?
I am. I still have my sword.
After his training at the Shaolin Temple, the bad guys are weak. He overpowers them. This is my number 2 pick because the bad guys are weak. This is my favorite scene in the whole movie because this is the best action scene in the whole movie.
Excuse me.
Chief Abbott, Santa is not ready for his promotion.
Santa? Shaolin has 35 chambers. Take your choice of any of the first 34 that you would like. But not the 35th, for you're still not equal to the responsibilities of that one.
Chief Abbott, I would like some time to think, sir.
Right? You may have 3 days.
Thank you.
We have only 35 chambers. There is no 36.
I know that. But I want to create a new chamber.
Oh? And what would that be?
Shaolin skills are confined here. And in my view, that's a great pity. I think Shaolin techniques should be available to all. So then, that's my idea for a new chamber. To teach the martial arts to the people. Anybody.
Shaolin always has ignored the outside world. Oh, how...
My favorite martial art movie of all time is number 1, Heroes of the East. This is number 1 because it has great choreography and has a great message of tolerance. A master of Chinese martial arts has to prove that Chinese martial arts is the best martial arts in the world by challenging 7 different Japanese martial artists. Gordon Liu returns in another Shaw Brothers classic. I've never seen a martial arts movie before or since where a Chinese master challenges 7 Japanese masters. What you are watching is Chinese Tai Chi sword versus Japanese katana sword. The Chinese sword style is a forward thrusting motion, whereas the Japanese katana style is a slashing motion because the sword is curved. Notice how the Chinese sword is straight. This movie shows how Chinese martial arts is superior to Japanese samurai, karate, and ninjutsu. This movie shows how certain Chinese styles are superior such as Chinese wushu and Chinese drunken boxing. This movie showcases Gordon Liu's many abilities. I highly recommend you watch this movie because it highlights both Chinese and Japanese styles. I didn't chop any bad martial art movies today, but next week I'll be chopping some bad martial art movies!